Wait, we're live streaming. Oh, did I fuck this up?
Why are we live streaming?
I don't know.
Where are we live
I don't
streaming?
know.
What is happening, man?
What did they do?
Dave's not here, man. No, open up.
Who's
It's
watching?
me, Dave.
No. Is anyone
What?
watching?
It's me, Dave. Dave's not here, man. The
Who's
cops
watching
are
this?
Anyway, I'm doing Cheech and Chong.
I know. Is anyone watching this?
If
Please
you're
don't.
watching this, wave
We're
your
sorry.
hand. Yeah, we apologize because this shit ain't going to be edited. Well, now I'm just going to drink beer on camera because is this live? It says live.
It says live.
But live where?
You tell me. Now what?
Nice talking to you.
Well,
I assume we can still edit it.
we'll find out, won't we?
No, we
No,
probably
we won't.
won't.
It'll just
We'll
auto-publish and we're just going to be fucked.
No idea what happened.
No, sorry, people. I'm actually trying to see if it. Well, you didn't connect this to YouTube, so it's definitely not going there right now.
Okay.
Right?
So
it's not an auto upload to YouTube. I know that.
It is not. No, I have to manually upload it.
Where else could it be live then?
If any of my friends see us live somewhere right now, text me. No one's watching. I mean, I don't even know why we would ask that. So if any of our 9 devoted followers, all right, our one devoted follower, Lauren.
However, Apple Podcasts supports video if you want to start
Oh, really?
if you want to get on. Oh, and so does Spotify if you want to get on that train.
Yeah. Why are we doing that, man?
I'm not the one who can. This is not my company.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Well, who's in charge? We should.
It's you.
Fuck. I knew you were going to say that.
That's why the website's like an episode behind.
Oh my God. No, it's 2 episodes behind. 3.
Oh my God.
No, it's been updated and I need to get in there and fix some shit. But I feel like the kids these days use the Instagrams.
We do.
No, you kids, you Gen Alpha? What's the latest Gen? It's all bullshit anyway. I fucking hate it. OG Gen X here though.
I'm Gen X too. I'm just one of the last.
I know.
I'm the last year of it.
I'm a geriatric Gen X, which if you're geriatric millennials. It's so fucking stupid. Let's kvetch about society and labels and stupid.
Oh, we label everything. That's how we try to make sense of the world.
I did buy a label maker though, so I am.
So you're part of the problem. See how this works?
Problem, yeah.
No, but we do label everything. We started learning it on Sesame Street. One of these things is not like the other, right? And then for the rest of our lives, we label, are you gay? Are you straight? Are you white? Are you Asian? Are you black? Are you Jewish? Are you Christian? Are you an avoidant attachment? Are you an anxious attachment? Or do you have OCD? Like, we label fucking everything.
Yeah. Let's not blame it all on Sesame Street, though. I feel like that doesn't feel good to me.
Well, no. I mean, like I said, it's how we make sense of the world. And then what we choose to do with those labels either creates harm or creates art.
I totally agree with that. Harm or art. Yes. Absolutely.
And I think we mess it up a lot, though, because we think that we get told certain things should be certain or true or consistent. And when they're not, and it sounds confusing or unknown, we assume it must be bad.
It's when people don't employ critical thought. Like, you can have more than one idea that could both be true, or at least partially true at the same time. But when people just can't discern or can't, I've been scolded for saying can't, unwilling to consider that their truth might not be the only possibility out there, then you get Nazis. It always comes down to Nazis or art. See how quickly we got to Nazis? Yeah. Happy Pride, by the way.
Look at you labeling everything.
I have a label maker. I have to put it to good use.
Yes, you do. Why do you have a
Um,
label maker? What are you labeling?
well, because if I don't label things, I just take stickers and I handwrite stuff and I come up with labels that look like this.
Uh-huh.
As opposed to it's in the other room, but, when I was testing my label maker, I put a label on my garbage can saying "garbage can," and
Okay.
then I made one that said Walden and put it on Walden, and he was like, "Get it off me." No, like, for all my sticker and printing and vinyl materials for my
Oh, okay.
cry cut, all the drawers are labeled now. It feels very organized for such a unorganized space.
So I have a question.
Oh god.
This weekend, when the PPA had their little minions out collecting petitions,
They
there was
needed labels because they
well, that
lied.
too. Well, that
Yeah,
too.
anyway.
There should have been a label, liar. But, did you happen to run into the one that was over in your neighborhood?
No, I did not. No,
Okay, because it
no.
sounds like that person also was part of the problem and didn't know what they were saying as well, from what I heard.
Didn't know or was told to say something that was totally untrue, like, "This is going to help with 911 wait times," and here's the
Problem? Conundrum?
I keep ranting about this because it's a thing that I think politics are politics, right? Everybody's got an agenda and an idea of how things ought to be. And sometimes I agree with them, sometimes I don't. And I think that's okay. I don't have to agree with everybody, Dan Ryan.
How dare you?
I don't have to agree with everyone. And again, I like Dan Ryan. I just don't like his policies. Anyway,
He wasn't as bad,
no,
when he
he's
first got in, so what the hell has happened to him?
I think people get frustrated with the system, and that's not an excuse, and that's kinda where I'm getting to, is that please own your shit. At least Dan seems to own his shit. He's like, "I'm against this, and I'm against this because I don't want poor people to have housing if they don't work really hard." I'm sorry, that's kinda unfair. I'm sorry, Dan. Seriously, let's have coffee. But beside the point, I'm sure he's not listening. But here's the thing. The Portland police have a 300 million-dollar budget. They've always had the largest pie. It's gone up 50, $60 million in just the last couple years. And then they're like, we have to cut 19 million out of it because nobody knows how to do budgeting. And then they're like, okay, fine. Out of $300 million, we're going to cut the $6 million that are going to be the unarmed officers, the PS3s. And I'm like, wait, what? But anyway, and this petition that the PPA came up with was shot down initially. Then they recreated it and it barely passed muster to take 25% of the Portland Clean Energy Fund and redirect it to Portland police budget
Because they're
because
environmental?
because they I can't even make a joke. There's nothing funny about it.
Do they
Uh,
use gluten-free tear gas?
it's kale-based tear gas and
Is it a
uh,
solar-powered gun? What is this? What are we doing?
solar-powered tasers.
Oh, yeah.
"Hey, you, stop over there. Hold on a second.
Recycled plastic
I
riot
need this
shield?
cloud to go by first." 25%, 25%. And the petition drive, you're allowed to do petitions. Great, go do petitions, but they're out there not being honest about what it's about because guess what? Even people who adamantly support PPB are against raiding the PSEF fund for this. So they're lying about it. And if you can't fucking approach your issues honestly, don't. Don't. Just stop. Stop.
25% is 50,000,000, give or take, and they said that it would get you 2 more cops or some shit like that, right? Is it 2 more cops? Just 2? Or is it
Two
2
more
per capita or something stupid?
two more cops plus a whole bunch of new bullets.
2 more cops from where? They still have to go to
No, I don't
training, they still
I
have
have
to do
no
the whole
idea.
academy. The cops that we funded for the academy in the years before, it takes over a year for them to actually become a cop,
They
so
have budget for new hires that they can't fill now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So, you don't it's not a matter that they don't have enough money. The problem is that they don't have the reputation that attracts people to come work for Portland police, even though they are some of the best paid and, for all agnostic views, best trained police, some of the best trained and best paid police in the country. And then they argue, well, St. Louis has twice as many cops. And guess what? They do have twice as many cops. And their cops are paid $50,000, $60,000 a year, $70,000 a year. Not 120, not 140, not massive amounts of overtime, not being able to retire and then get rehired and get both your PERS benefits and a salary again. And something that we just learned thanks to you because of Street Roots work 4 years ago, half of property taxes are going straight into the PPP and fire pension fund.
Yes, and let me see if I can find that exact thing.
I'm going
But
to have
yes,
you look that up while I go, Gross.
August 25th, 2022, nearly half of all property taxes paid by Portlanders go to an unusual and costly pension program for police and fire personnel. For those who pay property taxes in Portland, their bill has a line item reading Portland Fire Police Pension. So let's say, for example, the assessed property value was in the ballpark of $300,000 in 2021. In that instance, the Portland Fire Police pension segment of the tax bill would be about $1,400, less than taxes for education on a property of that value, but far more than the library tax of $570. That was 2021. Either which way, yes, you are paying to fund a pension. Nobody funds my pension.
No, I don't, nobody funds mine either. My non-existent pension. I don't understand the mindset that keeps talking about how PPB is underappreciated, underfunded, underinvested in. Nobody likes them, yet they get the biggest chunk of any bureau.
Hmm.
They are paid higher than most cops around the country. And I'm not saying cops to put themselves in dangerous situations and fire people who go into burning fucking buildings should not be well paid and compensated. I think everybody should be well paid and compensated because I'm a fucking communist, but that's beside the point. What
However, the retiree hire allows them to double dip, which means that instead of maybe getting 170,000 a year, you could in theory get up to 320,000 a year
and overtime
plus
plus
overtime.
plus
Yes.
overtime.
So, I mean, can we fix this? Because they're spending too much money on salary,
That's
honestly.
how we fix this. We use PS3s, non-armed officers, to go show up to events that don't require an armed response, which is the vast majority of them. And you hire more of those rather than sworn armed officers. And then you leave the sworn armed officers for the most serious of problems. And guess what? Those are few and far between. I'm not saying that there aren't nightly issues, because
Right.
there are, but out of the number of calls that they get each day, there are a very small percentage that require an armed response. But when you have a rather, shall we say, rabid police union advocacy organization who is always screaming doom and gloom out there, you make the mostly white people very afraid. And it's like, oh my God, we need more cops. Look at all the crime. I have always said, I've lived here nearly 30 fucking years. The most dangerous neighborhoods in Portland are still safer than the nicest neighborhoods in New York City. I
Yeah.
still go into New York City, and if I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time at night, no matter where the fuck I go, I'm getting mugged. Especially if you're stupid. If you're wearing, oh, I got my Rolex and I got my blah, 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 whatever. You walk down the street at 2 o'clock in the morning, wherever the fuck you're at, stupidly, you're getting your ass mugged. And you kind of deserve it.
You know, I know people who got pickpocketed at the museum in Manhattan, and part of
Yeah,
it is your own, this is going to sound like victim blaming, but some of it's your own
I was
situational
just thinking
awareness.
that. Yeah, don't be a dumbass.
If your wallet is in your back pocket, just put a label on your back that says, "My wallet is here," with an
Yeah,
arrow, and
yeah,
you can
yeah.
have it.
And it is not the same as some other situations where people are assaulted.
Well, no.
There's no equivalency here, right?
But, in Portland, what's our equivalent? I left my car unlocked and I left my laptop on the seat and somebody broke and took it. How dare they? How could they?
Or I'm transporting my, $1,700 road bike and it's not locked on the back of my rack. But I go in for my Starbucks, or I'm sorry, my Dutch Bros. I'm sitting in my car polluting while I'm waiting to go through the drive-through window, and someone runs up and grabs the bike and rides away on it because you didn't fucking lock your bike. There's a
Why
reality
can't
to
we live it?
things.
Why can't we live in community?
You're in community, and community wants your fucking nice bike. I'm just saying, man.
It's like, look, people will either steal your present, which is your wallet, your bike, your laptop, if you're in a cafe, or you could invest in the stock market and let them steal your future. What would you like? Mhm.
I've had 2 bikes stolen, so I'm kind
I've
of a
never had anything stolen here.
I've had 2 bikes stolen, and I don't remember the first time. The second time was my fault. I biked to a Safeway, and I'm like, "I'm just running in for something," and when I came out, my bike was gone, and I'm like, "Coulda locked it up,
Was
dumbass."
it the Safeway in the Pearl District?
No, it was a Safeway in Hillsboro,
Oh,
across from the airport.
that one's usually okay.
That's what I kinda thought, but the last time I got run over on my bike, or not run over, but I was hit by a car and knocked off of my bike,
Hmm.
happened to be when I was riding down Cornell Road, and it was evening, but it was still very light out, and some Isuzu trooper got too close to the bike lane, and the side view mirror smacked me. I went down instantly
Oh.
and hit the gravel, and I'm lying there, like, not sure what happened, and look up, and the Isuzu was, I don't know, 30 feet in front of me, and there was a red light at that stoplight ahead that they had stopped for. They realized that maybe they had hit someone, and they ran through the red light. Didn't stop to see, "Did I just kill somebody? Maybe I can render some basic medical aid and call 911 for them, because there's a body lying in the street, and nobody else was around, so no plate or anything else, but now I have a thing against Isuzu troopers.
Do you remember when they first made those in the 90s? They made some little short two-door one, and it looked like a box that could tip over because it
The
had
Suzuki,
something. You know what
uh
I'm talking about.
yeah, I do. Was it a Isuzu or a Suzuki?
I don't
There was
know.
a Suzuki Samurai, which was such a cool name, but it looked like a big wheel version of a Jeep.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't. Anyway.
My collar is not popping. I
Oh,
feel like, I'm doing a disservice to, collar popping. Anyway, where were we? We were talking about people stealing
community.
your shit. Anyway,
Yes.
so there's not enough crime to warrant getting rid of the PS3s in lieu of armed officers, and I'll stand by that statement.
So where are we with the PS3s? Because I lost track of all that shit.
So, with the current budget proposal, 30 of the 38 of them are going to be laid off.
What are we gonna do with the 8 that are left? What are they gonna do? There's only 8?
Well, not I don't think they've been laid off yet. I could be wrong because, like, in the new budget proposal, people in other city bureaus were already let go with no advance notice whatsoever, with no warning, and the budget's not final yet.
No. So let's talk about that. Wednesday is city council day, and I believe tomorrow the budget is on the agenda, right?
I don't know.
Okay. I know that tomorrow, Wednesday, is also all committee PSEP meeting. And I believe at the last one, you all had an open forum where you wanted to talk about what should be on the year's upcoming agenda.
That is
Was the
tomorrow evening.
PS3s part of it?
It is more centered around what the PSEP plan is going to look like, what our steering committee meeting entailed, and their PS3s are definitely part of that. But a main part of the conversation that we had for a steering committee had to do with what does public safety as a value proposition for Portland look like.
Mhm.
rather than breaking it out into individual bureaus and what their specific needs are, because that should be a second or third tier of consideration. There is public safety realignment going on across Portland, and we don't know what that quite looks like yet, but the conversations I've had with some of the leadership in PPB and elsewhere in public safety, I've had conversations saying our core values need to be front and center. And what does that mean? And we need to build out what that value proposition looks like. What does public safety look like as a holistic approach to Portland? And what do we need to make sure we're meeting the needs of our people who live here who are in the margins or have an emergency need? And how do we react to it? What does that look like? And if we take that approach, we can actually have a thoughtful conversation about what is needed rather than talking $10 million here, $11 million there about who gets what. Because if we don't know what our values are, if we don't center what the core needs are for the majority of people in different situations, then how do you even fucking determine how much money you're supposed to throw at it? So
Well,
I'm saying that because I think what we need to do from a public service committee that we are is understand what the Portland values are, what our charge and our role in being now a codified part of Portland city law is, and bring those together so that we can put together thoughtful recommendations on what the next things ought to be and what the future of PSEP looks like as a whole.
mhm,
Those are some of the lofty things we're going to start talking about tomorrow evening. Plus, in early fall, maybe mid fall, we'll have a meeting with another town hall with Mayor Wilson and what that should look like. And we need to take some input on that. What's the other thing that we're going to be talking about? Oh, and we're going to need to do a report out to Judge Simon in federal court about the settlement agreement, as we do every time there's an update hearing and what that will entail. So we have some big ideas, big conversations to have tomorrow evening and get those started and try to solidify them by the beginning of July. I think the next full committee meeting is July 1st.
mhm.
And if everybody isn't already asleep, please attend both of those.
Well, I'll be at the meeting tomorrow night just to see what
Okay.
you're up to.
Yeah. Just
And there should be a summary about the independent monitor meeting that happened.
yeah, we'll give an update about the independent monitor update.
Okay, because the only thing I know is that it took half an hour to say hello.
40 minutes.
Yeah, and then by the time I logged in, I was like, "Oh, I'm bored. I have no idea." Also, it was really hard to hear. They did not set that up well.
No, no.
No.
Just for transparency's sake, we did offer to host them through PSEP as we've done before for the COCL, COCL,
Mhm.
Dr. Christoph. And the very first IM report, we hosted for them as well. And say what you will about our committee, we host a nice meeting.
No, you usually do, and you have and, like, your online meetings, they're easily accessible. We can hear you for the
Mm,
most part, even when
I'm
you've done
so
live town
sorry for
halls,
all of you.
So it's like but that was just
It's because Open Signal does our meetings, the same folks that do the city council work, and
Mhm.
they're fucking professionals. I don't know what they had. They had, like, a karaoke speaker and a microphone, and it was like,
Oh,
it's
I
just
know.
kinda it was terrible, and I like these people. It pains me a little bit to lightly mock people who I like, but I
But I
do get a little
mean
bit of joy from it, I gotta be honest, so
they could buy what you remember the owl thing for, like, online meetings where it turns and pivots and the camera focuses on whoever's they could get one of those. I mean, this is not that hard. Look at
terrible.
us. Look at us.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, right? We have no idea what the fuck I have no idea what the fuck we're
No,
doing.
we might be
You have
live
some
for all
idea.
I know. There might be one
It
rando.
says live, so we clearly are.
There's one random
Um,
person watching this and going, "Who are they?"
but I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. You have an idea of what you're
I
doing,
kinda make it
and I
up.
appreciate that. So, and I hope you're having the time of your life.
Sure.
I liked your cover, so. And if you guys are not familiar, you should let people know what your Instagram is so that they can go hear your
Oh, no,
cover
no,
songs
no,
and
no,
remix.
no one should have to hear that. But you can try and hunt around on SoundCloud. Good luck. Go
Oh my god.
Scooby-Doo that one, Tiana.
New Yorkers trying to be humble. It's such a fucking disaster.
There is something I do kinda love, like, on the one hand, I have these people, somehow they loathe me, they hate me. And then they try and look up everything about me, and they get some stuff right, like my address, my name, what school I went to, things like
That you
that.
live in Florida these days, yeah.
But then they fuck up. I live in Florida. Apparently, the motorcycle they found is from 2018, and it's like, that's not what I own now. They think that I worked at the ACLU. I never worked at the ACLU. I was a volunteer. And then they think all these other things, but what they can't find is the stuff that is blatantly, obviously public. My SoundCloud is not private. It's right there. My band page is right there. They can't find it. They can't find the poetry I've had published. They can't find the books I've published. They can't find the paintings I've made. They can't find anything.
I haven't seen your paintings.
You're no good at this Scooby-doing either.
No, I don't Scooby-Doo people, though. That's not my
See?
thing. I don't try.
They can't even find when I've gotten tattoos and the tattoo artist has taken a photo and stuck it on Instagram and tagged me. They can't even find that.
That's because
New challenge, losers. Fucking find me.
none of that serves their purpose. They have to find an old motorcycle, and they have to find some bullshit version of reality because that serves them. But trying to find oh, check this out. She wrote some poetry. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would
I
you,
have been in the news in Portland on and off since
you know,
2018. I have been published in The Guardian. I have been published in an Irish newspaper. I've been published around the world. I usually don't talk about this, but all the lawsuit shit from 2020,
oh,
I
yeah,
ended up around the fucking world. I was on the news a lot. And then when I was at Sisters of the Road, Lauren or myself was in the news every month. And there's
yeah,
still people who have no idea who I am, which is very nice. But also my stalkers can't fucking figure this out.
yeah. No, no, no.
Like,
I had a brief
sad.
moment where I was in the news more frequently than comfortable, which meant at all back during Occupy. And the only person that noticed, which was kind of not, I mean, some rando Nazis kind of noticed and they're like, look at this guy. And they're like, you still have no idea who the fuck I am. So shut the fuck up. The only person I ran into, and I feel comfortable telling this story now because, I was involved with Occupy Portland for
Mhm.
basically its entire existence as supporting the idea of equity and everybody should have a meal and a place to live and be able to exist without striving terribly. But anyway, had a coworker approach me in the stairs as I was leaving work one day, and she goes, "Hey, I saw you on the news." I'm like,
Hmm.
"Oh God, here it comes." She goes, "Good work, keep it up." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So, and I think the clip was Occupy Portland wanted to occupy a park in the Pearl District,
Mhm.
and they all marched over there and all the police followed them and all the camera crews followed them. And one of the camera crews walked up to me and goes, "Are you part of Occupy Portland?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Like, "Well, what's going on here? Do you think they should try to occupy the Pearl District, whatever the park name is?" And
Mhm.
I'm like, "No, I don't think so. There's a lot of families who live here and occupiers tend to be noisy. What I really think we ought to do is everybody should get up around 11 o'clock from their sit-in and drumming and everything else because the park closes, get up, and as they walk out, hug a cop." And I thought that was funny, and it got on the news, and the next day, and this is why I don't like leftists. How's that for a pivot? The next day, I got someone walk up to me like, "Why do you think we should be hugging cops?" And I'm like,
Okay. I do remember that your name was attached to something called an open letter to Sam Adams or
"Oh,
something like that.
yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah." I had a few different ones. Uh, it's
Now
hard.
you're just attached to PSEP and this thing, whatever this is.
A lot of I don't wanna even go deeply into it. Let's talk about Sam Adams, though. I was on a team of people who were considered the liaisons to the mayor's office. And the mayor wanted to meet with Occupy. I was a volunteer. I came in and I'm like, I want people to be fed. I want people to be housed. What can I do to help? That was my thing. Anyway, I was asked to join this group of people who liaise with the mayor's office. And we went in and talked with him and Mark Jolin and I forget who else about the fact that there are a lot of people in the camp who are underage, meaning younger than 18, who are homeless,
Oh, yeah.
who um, found a new home, and that there ought to be access to whatever help they need from their different counselors and everything else. And I'm like, yeah, it's open. There's no gates. There's no blockage. Like if you have counselors who think that they're homeless teenagers, instead of being in a tent in a corner somewhere, is now in a tent in Chapman and Lonsdale.
Mhm.
Come on in. If you can't find them, talk to our info booth. We'll help you find these people, right? Make sure they have their meds and they have the support they need and everything else. All good, right? As long as you're welcome to talk with that person, you can have a conversation with them, right? No one's stopping you from showing up. And they didn't show up. And 2
Of
weeks
course not.
later, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on a little extra tangent, is that we had a medical tent. And the medical tent was 24/7 and it had everyone from young people who were studying medicine and emergency medicine to people served in Vietnam and were medics. It was an amazing thing. Over the course of those 6 weeks, 4 or 5 different people had OD'd in other places around the city
Mhm.
instead of calling 911 because A, you're gonna get arrested, and B, you're gonna have a $10,000 bill. They took
Mhm.
them. They heard that we had a medical tent, they brought people there, and people survived. It was an amazing, amazing thing. Then Adams was trying to create a narrative that it was unsafe for young people
Yeah, drugs,
and that people
crime,
drugs, crime,
trafficking. I
traffic
remember that.
none of that happened,
And you were gonna get
at least
evicted, which you were, but
and they went through on a Friday night, and they dropped off a bunch of flyers and said, "This camp will be evicted soon." And that Friday night, a 15-year-old girl OD'd.
I remember you tell yeah, you've told this story before on here.
Maybe I have. She survived, but she had the first home. She had 3 square meals a day. She felt safe and protected,
Mhm.
and she had a home for the first time in however long that she's been homeless, and they came through and said, "We're gonna evict your asses," never sent in any of the caseworkers, anything else to help anyone, and she OD'd that night, and he used that as an example of, "Look, see how dangerous it is," and that's where
Mhm.
my open letter came from. Said, "You caused this.
Mhm.
You lied. You didn't send in people like you said you would, and you use this event as a mechanism to violently evict people." Last time I
He
ran into
lied.
him, which was many years ago, he saw me in a Fred Meyer, and he turned around and walked in the other direction.
I mean, Sam Adams lies often, all the time. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why Ted Wheeler fired him, aside from being
Oh,
verbally abusive.
so many reasons.
I mean, we can also talk about his DUIs and other weird shit, but he lies. He lied in office. He
Yeah,
had a hot temper. He was known to be verbally abusive to staff. And I had put something up the other day talking about the ADA lawsuit and John DiLorenzo, and Sam Adams helped orchestrate some of that shit.
I didn't know that.
John DiLorenzo emailed Sam Adams in October of 2021, and he said he wanted tents removed from outside the apartment building he owns. And Sam said, Have you thought about maybe, like, trying to sue the city or something? Because there's only so much we can do. So then Vadim Mirowski got involved too, and De Lorenzo was like, "Ooh, wait, I can do this." And then it was the hunt of,
That's how
"We
that
need
started.
plaintiffs. We need plaintiffs." So, it's not like the plaintiffs came forward and said, "Hey, I'm having a really hard time walking down the street, or there's tents everywhere, I have to cross the street or walk in traffic." They hunted for plaintiffs. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this happens a lot in class actions. They need
Sure.
they ask you, "Were you affected on 9/11? Were you, overcharged by T-Mobile?" You've seen those, and
Yeah.
if you were, please call this number.
Right, right, right.
Constantly a hunting. This is the way it goes until it changes. Because a lot of people don't even think that they can sue. It's like, "Oh, wait a minute, was I overcharged for Comcast between these years?" And then you realize, "Well, fuck, let me fill it out and see." And then you get $5 in the mail, like, 3 years later for being part of a class action. But in this case, De Lorenzo went hunting, found some people who qualify, have disabilities, have had definitely some challenges, and then used them as puppets. One of them being Tiana Tozer. And she thinks this is the best thing she's ever fucking done. She's like proud of it. She talks about it a lot. That's why in her testimony she was like, "I'll see you in court." And it's like, do you realize John doesn't actually give two fucks about you?
No, she does not.
He probably doesn't care.
Yeah, no, just a useful tool.
Yeah, she was a fucking tool. She is a tool. I'm just saying, like, if like, this is the other thing, situational awareness, self-awareness. Do you realize when you're being played? Do you realize when you're being used? Do you realize when your confusion and uncertainty is being used and weaponized to keep you in a chaotic
Well,
state?
I wonder how much money was involved with that. What was there an actual payout, or was it
I
just
don't think
I just get bragging rights?
he had his legal fees paid, and I believe his legal fees were $900 an hour? What's the law firm? Wright and Tremaine or Dwight and Tremaine, whatever the fuck it's called, is in the Ritz.
Really?
Yeah.
And friends, this is why we can't trust people in power.
No, this is why we
One of
can't have
these
nice
things is
things.
not like the other.
No, this is why we cannot have nice things. However, I do have a nice thing that I'm gonna pick up Wednesday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up my new motorcycle.
Yay! I'm excited for you.
It's ready, so I'm gonna go pick it up, ride it around, and that'll be
Very,
that.
very cool.
Yeah, after the other one was totaled. How I will pay for this, I don't know.
I can print some stickers if they'll take stickers.
I'm
And
gonna
pay in
need to
mugs.
I don't think so.
No, okay.
No.
I probably don't have enough mugs
No,
anyway.
probably not. No.
Buy mugs and we'll give Kat some money towards her motorcycle fund.
Buy mugs, buy T-shirts, buy stuff 'cause, this website and this podcast actually costs us money.
It actually does.
If you'd like to see us keep going, please help us.
Don't say that. It's like, oh,
Send us coupons to Fred Meyer.
I was about to buy a mug, but you're gonna stick around. I do wanna give a shout out to Mike Schmidt and Schmidt Show PDX and his podcast for giving a shout out to us and the effort that he puts into his podcast because he has a full-time job. He's not making a living at this. As a Substack also. There's no pack behind any of this shit that we do or that Mike does. There's no organization, business behind all of this. It's a passion project, and if you can support local podcasters like us, I mean, we'll send you a mug, a T-shirt. Tell me what you want, I'll make it for you. I don't fucking care. Coaster. I think I have tote bags. Oh my god, we're turning into NPR. We can have a Progress Portland tote. No, no tote bag?
This is this what happens when you watch Pump Up the Volume and then you get old?
I've never watched
Huh?
Ball, you
With Christian Slater?
haven't seen it.
Oh my god.
No. Did, were there tote bags involved?
No, but he had a little radio station, he had done all that stuff, got parts from Radio Shack and all that shit. He was a high
No.
school kid who was hosting, like, his own little talk show, and I mean, you'll have to watch it.
Wasn't that, like, the theme of the movie with Robin Williams, The Fisher King?
Oh, I forgot about The Fisher King.
I love that movie, but the beginning of it is so disturbing. I don't know
I
that I could
haven't
ever
seen that
watch
in so
it again.
long.
I would watch it if I could skip past the violent beginning of it. It's such an amazing movie about humanity and grief and joy and embracing existence. It's such a good movie, but it's so graphic to start with, and it's too hard.
Yeah. No, Pump Up the Volume, came out in I just looked it up in 1990, and so I remember because that was, like, I was a teenager,
Mm.
so of course it hits me. He had a little pirate radio station. He was a Lenny Bruce fan,
Okay,
and that's what got me into Lenny Bruce.
I bought a Lenny Bruce album about 4 or 5 months ago that I found cheaply on Discogs, and I haven't listened to it yet, but I got my stereo set up, had my receiver in storage for forever, and I'm like, listening to albums over Bluetooth sucks,
Mhm.
so I got my old receiver out and I plugged it in, put my, whatchamacallit, my turntable into that, and then ran it to my sound bar. Oh my god, it sounds amazing, and now I need to go dig out that Lenny Bruce album.
Yeah. No, the interesting thing about Pump Up the Volume is it touched on the idea of, 1, you're depressed. 2, what happens if you have a voice and a mic and you can do and say whatever you
Mhm,
want? You may recklessly hurt somebody or push somebody to hurt themselves, which is what
mm.
happens. And then, of
Okay.
course, what happens when the corporate capitalist comes after you, called the FCC,
Oh, well,
you know?
now that you mention them, we're in trouble, you realize, 'cause
And I remember drawing parallels between Pump Up the Volume and E.T., not because of, like, any little thing that happens so much as the way the government just comes at your ass.
yeah, Linda Sessauer, hang on, let me bring that up really quick.
If we're live, we're hitting almost an hour.
I'm so sorry for everybody paying attention to us. Yeah, Linda's Sarsauer, who's an amazing human being,
Mhm.
had her passport revoked today. It had been, it's true, I've been barred by the apartheid regime of Israel from visiting Palestine with my family. And the reason they cite is my advocacy for justice and freedom for the Palestinian people, my support for a nonviolent movement. Fucking just absolutely incredible. You speak up, they come after you. Go figure. But my whole take on everything going on is go for it. If I'm a threat, you are some sorry motherfuckers.
Well, he keeps losing lately. It's like the things he tried to do are getting turned around. Kennedy Center wasn't allowed to do that. Nobody wants to play his concert. Everyone dropped out, including Bret Michaels from Poison, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And it's
Brett
also
Michaels,
like,
to his defense, he's like, "I didn't know it's a White House thing." And I'm like, "I feel like you did." The only person who's sticking with it is Vanilla Ice,
uh,
who said,
he's got a very strange name.
yeah, he said, "I don't even vote." And I'm like, "That is not that's not the argument that you think it is, you dumb motherfucker."
Oh, yeah, he's the only one who's staying in, huh?
Robert Matthew Van Winkle.
Van Winkle.
Yeah.
That's why it's a strange name.
He looks like a Van Winkle.
His, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle song was terrible.
They're not familiar.
Mhm.
Um,
It's worse than when MC Hammer did the song for the Addams Family.
I don't recall that either.
Oh my god.
I like MC Hammer. I feel bad for him. I feel like he got a raw deal. Hammer time. Anyway, the UFC cage match in front of the White House.
Yeah, that's that looks like what happens when you just let the white trash move in because they could afford the house.
Have you seen Idiocracy? It is literally
Yes.
Idiocracy.
He didn't get to make it as ugly as he wanted the first time with all the weird
Toronto.
shit.
It's what plants crave.
Sure.
Something.
Now that he has ripped up the lawn for the UFC, what happens after it's over?
So I don't know if you're aware of this,
Like,
but
it looks like an abandoned Six Flags.
they wanna do, like, a race throughout DC streets.
Like a car race? Like a
Car
race car
race,
race? Like an
yeah.
F1?
like an F1, but I think probably with NASCAR. And they were selling shirts on the official White House website that said one race. Okay. Maybe
Yes.
that's a good place to stop. But
Yes. Whoever was
anyway,
watching this live, we're
we're so
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah. We really are. Sorry. W We'll do even worse next time.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Powell's for my 15-year-old pint glasses that are still
Now,
like,
did you buy that before Powell's got really shitty about how they
yes.
treat their
Oh,
employees?
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Good,
Yeah.
'cause
No.
they're trash now.
Yeah. 2008, 2009, sometime around there, I think I bought these.
Okay.
So, yeah, before they really started fucking over their employees.
Yeah, I won't buy anything from Powell's anymore. I go to any other bookstore in the city I can find, any small ones, a small independent.
Annie Blooms,
Oh, Annie Bloom's is nice. I go to Broadway Books a lot too.
Broadway is awesome. Two
I
Rivers
haven't been to that
is
one.
in St. John's. They also have a knitting shop there. It's like a bookstore knitting shop, but
Okay.
yeah, Annie Blooms is great. I have a really good friend who works there. Tim's wife, partner, works there. She's a
I
nurse.
really like that bookstore.
Yeah, it is the epitome of what a old school bookstore should feel like.
Mhm.
So,
And I also go to the library.
what's a library?
It's that thing with the stuff that's free.
Oh,
They let you sit there for
free?
hours.
What the fuck? My eldest kid is a librarian.
Oh, we should get your eldest child on here.
We should. I'll try to convince her to come on because I know she's a potential guest.
Yes, well, we can talk about the importance of libraries as a third
Decolonizing
space
children's literature.
and how it decolonizes the literature as best it can.
Yep.
And also how important libraries are and why the government would love to get rid of some of them. So, if we're gonna hold on to history and try and have an accurate or at least more angular version of what's going on, we need libraries, we need archives.
Yeah,
And we've lost a lot of them when we only rely on the internet because
it's
a
not
web
all true.
page can get ripped down in a second. And
It's not all true.
the
Hmm.
more well, think of it. The White House keeps removing websites about
Thought
stuff.
everything was true on the internet. Okay.
No, not
Well,
everything. No,
I learned
those little cats who are making bread, that's not real cats. I know you thought they were, but they're not real. That's AI.
I'm so sad.
Uh-huh. The
I'm
guy
so
holding his wife, but she has like 3 legs, also AI. I'm
I hate
sorry
when
to
that happens.
burst your bubble. That's not
Yeah,
real.
I learned so much from you, Kat,
Yeah.
so
But
thank
no, if you see any videos of little kittens doing, uh, the Thriller dance or making bread or riding a motorcycle away from a cop, it's
yeah.
not real. Cats can't do
Fuck.
that. They can't do it. They don't make motorcycles that small
A
anyway for
cab,
cats.
man. All cats are a boss.
The internet really was just made for cats.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been here for that for 30 years.
Yeah, maybe next week we should do the whole Kvetch with cat filters.
Okay, let's do that.
Like
Yeah,
that
just
lawyer who got busted that time, who couldn't get the fucking filter off his Zoom.
Your Honor, I swear I'm not a cat.
Yeah, if this lets us actually do those, maybe we should just do that.
Please
We're just
please
gonna
let's
kvetch as
figure that out.
cats. I'm gonna have to go through the settings. But
Alright,
anyway, alright.
have a good
I will
night.
talk to you later.
Be
Progress
good.
Portland is also on Facebook and Instagram, and we have event listings and updates on our website, progressportland.org. There's a content form on our website if you'd like to help out or have questions or comments. Our theme music is by the Portland band called